Guan. Cancer. Somebody was writing about Janis Joplin. Janis Joplin. I say Joplin. And now I can't stop singing her. She's in my head now. I listen to her at work a lot. I never even noticed. Same glasses. I didn't even notice. Like I said, you can thank my sister for these bad boys. I think they're going to be my new channeling glasses. She won't wear them to work. I think she's scared that she's not going to be able to see the lights properly, you know, like the stop signs. So she's only going to wear them when I drive. I'm like, good for you. That's safe. I'll wear them at home when I do readings. Because my eyes are so sensitive. I want you to go. I just don't know why I've been jamming to Joplin these days. I didn't even fucking realize. Tell ya. Janis and Elvis have not left the building for like a while. I am the dead celebrity whisperer. Oh, who's that stupid medium that's all over the YouTube? I won't even watch him. His name's like Tyler or something like that. Yo. I think I haven't watched him for a reason. He just looks like a liar in general. Like, just looking at him, he doesn't look right. Like, is he a robot? What do you think? I don't know. He's like trying to be the Long Island medium. Like, why can't anybody just be like original? Just have original thought. Have an original something, you know? I guess everybody turns out to be an idiot eventually. Okay. Oh my gosh, Janis has to stop playing in my head, like right now. I just heard something drop upstairs. That guy upstairs, the guy above me drops marbles all day long. Like, my sister heard him drop something and it rolled all the way to the other side of the apartment. And we're like, what else could he be dropping all day that's rolling? All we can think of is marbles. I don't even know who it is up there. Okay. Let's do this. My God, 333. It's the second time I've seen 333 today. Weird. The Magician. Okay. So, this might be a little bit weird, but I think that I put a spell on you. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so I think somebody has manifested 3 partners. Okay? Right on target. How funny is that? You've managed to win 3 bottles. Okay, you've won 3 bottles. Okay, so you've won 3 people. You've manifested something in 3, all right? Now, the world is like, listen. You can only swing with one person. Okay? You might have manifested a whole bunch, but hypothetically speaking, let's break it down and just have one person to swing life away with. Okay? Now, the person you're going for is the person you can sit and have ice cream with. Not what you were thinking, right? Probably not. You were like, what could you do with this ice cream other than eat it? Get out of the gutter, okay? Ice cream is a great date on a hot day, okay? Opens up conversation, gets everybody happy, and then you usually go for a swim after. It's a cool down. You gotta cool down, okay? Why I'm telling you to cool down is because somebody's gonna get burned. There is somebody, okay, in the vicinity of one of these people that is gonna burn you, or you're gonna get burnt with. So, the way that I see this is some people are for looks and not for touchy, okay? Some people are just to be like, hi, you're pretty. And then you just get to stare at them all day, right? But you don't go anywhere near them, okay? They're just too good looking that you're like, no. Okay, like for instance, okay? I stare at Yellow Wolf all day long, okay? Yellow Wolf has become one of the most weirdest people ever in my books. Like, the way he dresses, I just can't narrow it down to like, what are you? Unique. That's all you can say. Okay? But could I marry him? No. Us crossing paths would never happen. Okay? But I can gawk at him and look at him all day and be like, oh my good God, you're pretty. And sexiest voice ever. Okay? Stunning tattoos. Smoking body. So, like, but could I marry him? Hypothetically speaking, no. I would never be able to meet that guy if my life depended on it, okay? So, that's where somebody's getting burned, because it's like, it's so much of a package that I think you're only gonna do it because it's so pretty. Okay? And that's gonna burn you. Because looks, like I said, you want to be able to have ice cream with this person. You want to be able to cool down with this person. For one, so many people won't even eat ice cream because it has calories in it, or because it has dairy in it, or because it has sugar in it. So it's like, oh, well, there goes another thing, right? Like, you really have to understand really what burns a relationship out and what keeps it going, okay? From my experience, what keeps a relationship going is being able to have fun with somebody, okay? Yeah, you need to be able to throw down with them, and yeah, there needs to be an attraction with them, but it can't just be about attraction and attraction only. That's where people get hurt. Because then you end up doing stuff, and then I almost kind of feel like people end up getting subconscious, and it's just like, then you're in your head, and it's just, when you're with somebody that's like, mediocre. You know what the best ones are? Is when somebody asks you out and you're like, you know, they're kind of good looking, but like, you know, not really my type. And then you go out with them and then you really see them for who they are. Those are the best people, right? Because you see their beauty afterwards. You don't see everything right away, but you just take a chance because you're like, fuck it, I got nothing else to do, right? Something is gonna scare the shit out of somebody. Okay? I think one person brings the skeletons out of the closet for somebody. Now I'm seeing a wheelchair. I once met this man in Cuba. He was with his family. He was from Ottawa. He was like 35 or 36 years old at the time when this happened. He was so drunk with his buddies. One of his buddies, they all ran over to him and they picked him up and they just like launched him into the air. And he landed on like a picnic table and like dislocated his back and is like fucked up forever because of it. So one of these people might bring the worst parts of you out. And that's the ones where you party too much. And so, okay, speaking of Yellow Wolf, because I stare at him all the time because I'm obsessed. Yes, I'm a creep, okay? Everybody is. I was watching him in this interview and he couldn't stop, like, going for his alcohol. Like, he was just like, wanting to do a shot and then like he just kept his hand on his cup and I could see how much he wanted to drink. Like, and I don't think it was that he was like, it seems like he was anxious in a group. And okay, so say you're on a date and you get that anxious feeling and then that anxious feeling makes you drink too much or go out and smoke way too much weed or go into the bathroom and drink a fucking pocket beer. Like there's somebody is gonna make somebody scratch really bad and itch for things. And that is also not a good companion. So, to finale, what I'm trying to say is the one that moves forward. See how there's nothing on that horse? Because we don't know yet what you're going to bring forward. Because you're the one that has to decide what stage of your life you're in. Are you in the anxiety stage where you still drink and participate in extracurricular things to settle yourself and ground yourself? Are you still too hot to trot? You see something that you know is too good to be true and you still keep going for it even though it burns you every time? Like the ugly guy who gets the super hot chick and you know the super hot chick is fucking around on you but you're still going to do it anyways? Okay? And then the person you can chill in and eat food with. You know what's so funny, actually? I work on Sundays. I usually work every Sunday. And, but luckily, Sundays are just a very kind of nice paced day for me at work. Like, not a whole heck of a lot really happens on Sundays. And when I was at a job before this one that I'm at, and I worked with this woman, and we called Sundays our fat days. Because she lived in the apartment building attached to the restaurant, which was awesome. She would just come down in her pajamas sometimes. It was so funny. And we called eating, like Sundays our eating days. We ended up working every Sunday together for some fucked up reason. There was never anybody in the restaurant. I was the bartender, she was the server. And we would just eat. We worked at a place called Finn McCool's, and we would just try everything on the menu because we both got a free meal with our shift. So boom, there's 2 meals right there. Plus I was the supervisor at the time, so I could just discount anything I wanted or take anything off the bill that I wanted. And we would call it our eating day. And I was just thinking about her the other day because, like I said, I'm like a genie in a bottle. Things happen for people all around me all the time when they get into my presence. So I had served that lady that I worked with the summer before at this place called the Blues Can. Oh my God, what a small world. So I serve her in a different city and different everywhere, okay? I serve her. I don't remember her. She remembers me. She was with her ex-husband at the time. They were like kind of trying to talk. No, she was with her boyfriend. She had been separated from her husband. She was with her boyfriend at the time. I served them. A year later, I end up working with her. Somehow, she tells me, did you work at the Blues Can? I worked at the Blues Can for like fucking 48 hours. No, it was like 3 months, but in my life, 48 hours. And she goes, I was with my boyfriend. And, right after that, I ended up hooking back up with my husband. And then sure enough, her husband came in. They're back together. And then in those couple weeks, me and her worked together. Her husband took a job on BC Island and they moved within 3 weeks. So it was almost like I told her to break up with the boyfriend, get back with your original husband that she was with like 10 years before that and had a kid with. And then they got to be able to move together to go start a new life together. Like that's like if you want something, there are people like me everywhere. Okay, we make dreams come true. I don't know how it happens. I don't know. I mean, my sister, she's one of the ones. I met a chick actually at this other place I worked at a long time ago. Actually, I became quite good friends with her, and she was the one that actually told me about her genieism, because she, for some reason, was like the hookup queen. She would like take her single friend out, and poof, she would be in a relationship that night, and this poor girl was single for like 10 years. She's like, everybody just keeps getting married around me, and I can't even find a boyfriend. I'm like, oof. That sounds mission. That's a mission. Like you're Cupid. Like there's a lot of people that have different missions. A lot of people that have different things to do when you cross their path. And then I give people babies. Oh my God. So many people want babies from me that now I'm like shut down. Like I don't do it anymore. My soul is overdoing it anymore. But anyways, you'll learn what your things are. But coming back down to everything, okay, she became my best friend. I'm not a lesbian. We didn't date. Like I said, she had a husband. But I still think about our Sundays of eating together. We just ate. I ate. And then I'd go get high in the bathroom and then we just eat more. Eat. Oh, and then I would make us drinks. I would mix us because I'm a mixologist. That's what I do. So I would make us these drinks, these concoctions and stuff and bring them out to the chefs and stuff. Getting everybody drunk on a Sunday. I mean, it's Sunday. Like, what the fuck? We're all in there. We got to have a good time, whatever. Anyways, she became my best friend really fast. Eating is one of those things. It brings people together. Everybody is happy. Like you realize, like I serve people. They're so fucking pissed off when they come in and then they're gone. They're smiling. They're waving. They're so happy. They're full. And food really brings people together. So I would suggest dating the one that you can eat with. Eating is a magical, magical thing. And like I said, so many people ruin their lives eating. Like my stepmother, she's been on a diet since she was 20. She has hate. She hates herself. She hates the way she looks. She hates the way her ass looks. She hates the way her tits look. She hates the way her stomach looks. She hates the way she looks. So she just diets her whole life. And let me tell you, it doesn't do anything for her. She still stays the exact same. And plus, the diet, the no fat, the low fat, they are removing natural sugars from things and replacing them with preservatives that your body has absolutely no idea what to do with. So think about it. What's better for you to eat? Something that's wholeful or something that's been cut up and then barfed up with a bunch of steroids and made up shit? Right? Think about it. It's not hard. People make life so goddamn difficult, and it's like, just sit down and eat an ice cream. What do you think it's going to do to you? Really? You think it's going to kill you? You think it's going to put 20 pounds on you? No. It's called moderation. And I think women are so scared of that word. And I think men are scared of that word. And I think people are so scared of what they can't control, so then they go overboard to control extra things. And it's just who are you going to end up with? You manifested a lot of people, and you were on target manifesting those people, because the thing is that you have to realize what stage of your life you're at and which one you want, right? Which one, if you manifested them all, you manifested them for a reason. Now you have to choose which one you want. It's like job applications. Like you could have 5 employers call you back, but then you've got to realize, okay, where do you want to be? Not about the pay, not about, one of the places that I've worked, the best places that I've worked, okay, so I've worked at 2 places now for the longest in my life, where people started when they were 17, and I crossed their paths at about between 30 and 40, and they were still with the original company. People who are dedicated to companies like that, the company is good. That's the thing. You want to go where people are, where someone knows your name, where you're going to be appreciated, where you're not just going to be some number on some list, with the chick that's going to bring out all the ghosts in your closet. Do you really want to be with somebody that's just going to be the exact same as you and then make you jump back 10 steps to an old you? It depends, right? Do you want to go with the person that's going to burn you? Do you want to go with the person that's so hot, okay, that literally the second they fart or burp or puke on themselves, you're going to go, ugh, and walk away? Because they're not perfect. They just look like it. But they're not. Everyone's disgusting, okay? Everyone. Or are you going to go to a buffet with somebody and just get down and dirty, go watch a movie, pass out, and find the love of your life? It's up to you. I mean, clearly the one that I would do by how I described them all. But that's just me in my frame of life now, okay? My life revolves around food. I eat once a day, and it better be the best goddamn meal I've ever had. You know what I'm saying? I don't eat a lot. And then I basically find myself eating a lot of candy or chocolate to keep myself alive because I hate food. I don't eat food. I'm the worst. I swear. That's why I have to do the job I do. It's the only way I'll eat. But anyways, right? You have to decide what part of your life you're at. Because if you've manifested all 3 of these people, then it's like you're testing yourself almost. It's like, are you brave enough to go the right way this time? It's like you got a fork in the road. And I'm thinking probably choose this one, because these 2 are a little too much like each other. It seems like this one over here, I don't know, might be a better choice for you. But I'm not you, so I know. What are we at? 21, 23? 23. Oof, that got up there fast. So, I mean, we're going to leave it at that because, I don't really know what else to say. I can't make all the decisions for you. I can't tell you which one to choose. But I really think that you know. Let's see what the Love Oracle says. Okay, so the world definitely wants you to get over something. Okay? They want you to expand and go into a new phase, okay? They want you to get over something, over the obstacle of something, okay? It's time to cut out a pattern, right? Like maybe you're used to going for people who are way too hot for you, and then you get burnt, okay? Maybe you're used to dating people that get you turned around in life and get you on the path that of least resistance, you know? And like, I think you want to like somebody, okay? And when you like somebody, you don't just jump in bed with them. Okay? Like, you might be used to that, but now it's like, maybe you don't want to do that. And, you know, I have to talk to my sister about this because I'm like, you know, like, the whole one night stand thing, going on a date, sleeping on the first date, it's so cliche now, and it's so 2020, you know, like it sucks. Like, nobody waits. And I always think, like, is it really worth it to just sleep with somebody? Because then everything is done, right? And if you need to stop a pattern, then your body doesn't want ghosts coming out of the closet anymore, right? They want those things to stay there, locked behind a door where they're safe and they can't hurt you anymore. They want you to get over things, like you're ready to swing life away with somebody eating an ice cream cone. And you know what? One last story. Remember that chick that I told you, the other genie girl that everybody just keeps, you know, got into a relationship with? And then it was actually only me and her. But even with me and her, I would meet a dude. And she'd be like, look it, see, you're meeting somebody. And I'd be like, yeah, but that's a fuck buddy from before. That doesn't count. Like, that's my buddy. That doesn't count. Anyways, what was I going to say about her? Oh, maybe she doesn't want me talking about it. I don't really like to talk about her, to be honest. I'm going to rewatch this video and remember exactly what I was going to say. I do not remember the story that I was going to say. I completely forgot. Oh yeah, we went out drinking one night. And I'll still remember this night. It was one of the funnest nights of my life. We went out drinking. I was never a heavy drinker. I smoked a lot of weed, but I would drink. And we went back to her place. Her parents had like a fucking mansion. So we were in the basement. She had like a home theater set up and shit. And it was like, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 in the morning or something. And I was like, guys, let's get the fuck out of this basement. I can't sit in this basement anymore. For one, I wanted to have a cigarette. I wanted to smoke some weed. I wanted to fucking scream at the top of my lungs like usual because I'm so loud. Jesse's like, fuck it, you want to go to the playground? And I'm like, yeah? Where the fuck is there a playground? I've been in that area so many times, never saw a playground. All of a sudden, this like magical playground came out of nowhere. They were in this place called Pickering, which is like border, I think actually we could have even been in Scarborough. Like it was like borderline Pickering, Scarborough right there. We were in the woods. This fucking playground appears out of nowhere. It's like misty. It just rained. It was, oh man, it smelled so fucking good outside. Get to the park. I swear to God, I was swinging till my arms almost fell off. And everybody was having so much fun. There was dudes, there was chicks. Nobody was drinking. I think we all had like Coke with us. Not that kind of Coke. The other kind of Coke. Actually, I might have been drinking still. I don't know. Anyways, we weren't even drinking. I was smoking weed, like I always am, right now. And when we got back to her house, I think she talked about that night, because we also worked together at that other company that I said that people were there forever. I was there forever. Man, we talked about that night for fucking years. Remember that night? Remember that night, Whitney? And they would have never done it if I wasn't there. She didn't go to the park. She fucking never did. But she, you know, like there's just something about sometimes when you get with people, you just swing life away. Like you gotta be with people that make you feel good. Not the ones that make you feel anxious, that make you feel like you've got to drink, that make you feel like you're the outsider, that make you feel like you gotta feel cooler, or that you gotta, you know, fit in more. Like those, the crowds that you just jam with, man, that's all about confidence. That's all about just being able to be yourself in a room full of people and not care if you're sober, and not care if anybody else, and not give a fuck about really anybody else. Like it's all about holding your ground. Like, right? And I really think like the life, and I think you for sure, you're the one that's saying you want romance to bloom. So you want to get to that stage where you can sit at 4 a.m. on a fucking swing with somebody and just chill. Right? Like there's no point in bringing out skeletons again, or going down the road with Little Miss Hot Tits, okay, Little Miss New Boobs, when if you've already been there and done that, then you know what you're going to get. If you've never done the full romance yet, then you have no idea what you're going to get. It's a whole... Oh, what's that? Tennessee Love? I think that's Yellow Wolf again. Man, sometimes these guys come in my readings and like they stay for a hefty couple months before they move. I think Tennessee Love. Listen to that song. It's all about like driving off into the swamps and just like, man, if you want romance, do it greasy right, okay? And you'll know if you're with the right person. Bada boom, nada bing, okay? Tit for tat. Tit for tit. If you want a personal reading, WhitneyMoonshine@gmail.com. I will respond. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. This channel kicks ass. I am officially the best. I know I am. So, check it. Check your facts. I don't care. Peace. Have a wonderful day. Moonshine out.